Welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading. This reading is divided into 3 different sections. So you can choose from group 1, 2 or 3 like you would normally do, or you can choose based on the type of reading that you're looking for today. So I'm going to be reading different decks in each pile. So group 1 is going to be read with the Astro tarot. So it's very basic level, earthly plane level, physical things that we'll be focusing on today with group 1. Group 2 is a bit of a mixture of soul level and earth level. The Immortal cycle is great for looking at soul loops, things that you need to that needs to be brought to your attention that keeps reoccurring for you in your life. So purpose driven, a little bit practical, a little bit soul level. Group 3 is soul level. So this is Uranus entering into Gemini energy and how this could be affecting you. It's all about awakening. It's about shake-ups, it's transformations, it's disruptions. It is eyes open, ascension level energy. So it is next level spiritual energy. Now you may get something from all 3 levels. You may get something from the physical and the practical, and you may also get a message from your spiritual side or your soul level purpose side. So please choose whichever one you're drawn to today, or take whatever messages resonate with you from each group and leave what does not. Let's get into today's readings. Group 1. Let's see what the cards want to reveal for you today. Now I'm reading with the Astro tarot today, so it's traditional tarot, but it also brings in astrology elements as well. Just because I'm reading for a certain particular sign doesn't mean that I'm not talking to you. I'm just bringing through the traits or the energy of that sign. Okay, first card that we have is 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is a bit of a stillness energy. It can be like a stirring where you feel like you're looking for something exciting or looking for change, or you're just not sure that, and it's a stillness. It's where you're contemplating. It's a moment of pause, but you're just a little bit bored with your current situation, and you're feeling like, is this what life is? Is this every day is the same? Where's the excitement? Where's the changes? And I want to say challenges, but because challenges, while they're not exciting, they bring something at least. But I'm feeling this kind of status quo kind of energy or melancholy energy, where it kind of just is like a plateau of energy, and it's like no highs, no lows. So I'm feeling kind of flat around this energy. Now the question that it's asking you is, are you ignoring what is right in front of you? So maybe it's more obvious or more simple than when you're feeling in that flat energy, that flat mood. So it comes back to you to think, okay, how do I want to shake my day up today? How do I want to do just one thing? Choose one thing that you can do that is not the same as what you've done yesterday and the day before and every other day. So something a little bit different. So even if it's a 5-minute thing that you do, there's something here that says that stillness. Now maybe you're needing stillness, but the energy to me feels flat, and it feels like, I want to say boredom, but I also want to say that maybe you're just looking for something a little bit different. Sick of the routine, or sick of the nothing happening, and there's a little bit of boredom energy around you. So really the focus comes back to you then to take a moment out of each day to change one routine, one thing that you do, whether it's first thing in the morning you do something and you journal, or you do affirmations, or you just shake up one thing, because that one change will attract more abundance to you or more opportunities to you. So it's not abundance in the way of money, but it's abundance in the way of life experience, a little bit more excitement, just something different than you've done before. Okay, so I just want to note here too that I was listening there to somebody talking about, but no challenges. No, I can't take any more drama. So we're looking for manifesting good opportunities for you. So for some of you there is challenges, because I heard the challenges there in the background, but I was just listening to a conversation of somebody talking about but I don't want anything challenging. Don't give me anything challenging. Okay, the next card after that is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is indecision. They're also blindfolded. So in this state of, okay, I can't see the forest from the trees. I can't see my way out of this situation. I can't see a way to change my life, or to what can I do to make a difference or make a change. It's like you're blindly just going along with a situation, even though the Four of Cups is where they like the cups handed, and it's like you refuse, or you're just not looking. You're not, and again, the blindfolds are also not looking. So you're just, something about this is saying you're looking in the wrong places, or you're looking at the situation in the wrong way. So where you may feel bored or feel like everything's flat, or what can you do? It's like remove the blindfolds, and this is your life. You can have any life you want. So it's just a matter of making a change each day. So that would be that manifestation thing, the affirmations, whatever that is. Just change one thing out, because there's that saying too, that do what you've always done, get what you always get. So that one little change that you're making every day, even if it's just a little change, is going to help manifest and bring in something a little bit more exciting for you. Or you can just straight up go out and look for something what are you into? Do you want to do pottery? Do you want to do cake design? Do you want to do dancing? What is it that you want to do? And go and seek that yourself. So not just manifest and make notes and affirmations, but actually physically go and do the one thing that you want to do. Sit down and figure out what it is that's going to give you a little bit more, something to look forward to each week, and go out and actively seek that. I know that's pretty straightforward, but this is a very basic, straightforward, physical kind of energy here in this spread today. Seven of Swords. Okay, Seven of Swords, that's defending yourself. That's feeling like you have to filter your speech, because we're talking about speech and mental activity, because we're talking about a sword. So we're talking about having to be careful what you say. Now, I don't know if this is political. I don't know if this is just around certain people, but there's something about having to defend your territory or your speech. Definitely a speech, because it's swords. So it's swords energy, the mental and speech. Are you being honest with yourself? Okay, so coming back into that contemplation energy and that indecision energy, it all comes back to you. It really does come back to you. And even though you could be defensive over, well, this is what life has handed me. It's not my fault that I can't do this X, Y, or Z. It really does come back to you to say, well, I can make that happen, or I can find what I do like and I can go and make those changes. Now, this could be a job even that you're doing. For someone here, it could be saying that there's a job that you're doing that you hate, that you can't see your way out of that job, you're bored with that job, and maybe you're contemplating, because contemplating is making decisions. You're thinking about what's your next step, what's your next path, and it's sitting next to a Two of Swords, which is about thinking about your direction, because it's a two, so it's which direction you're going to take. You could be coming up to a decision that you have to make, and this defensive card, this Seven of Swords, is saying maybe there's something about what you're doing that you don't like, or you don't like the energy of the people around you. You feel like you're always on the defensive. You feel like people don't get you. And you just want something where there's more security in that job, more security in how you feel. You want to just feel comfortable and safe, because we've got the King of Pentacles. Pentacles is all about, and I'm talking about the Taurus energy here. So the Taurus energy is a comfort zone. They just want to know that they're surrounded by beautiful things, sensual things, pleasing energy around you, things that ignite your senses or make you feel comfortable and safe and secure. So security can be a little bit money wise, financial security, because we are talking about a pentacle, but I do feel the energy is just wanting to be home. You just want to be in your environment, around the people that you love, the people that you don't have to pretend to be something you're not, because this energy of the defensiveness sitting next to the comfort zone, it's like, well, sometimes you just want to close the door and lock the world out, because that's a 7 of Cups kind of thing. You just want to lock all that energy outside. Now, whether that's talking about what's going on in the world, you just want to close the door to that and not listen, not know what's going on, and just be inside your comfort zone, inside your house, inside your bubble. But then you get back to this energy of the 4 of Cups that is like a little bit of boredom, like, okay, well, nothing changes. It's the same thing every day. But if you're sitting inside of your comfort zone and you're not wanting to step out into that energy because you don't know what you're going to be confronted with, if people are going to get you, if you're going to fit in, if there's you have to defend yourself or watch what you say, filtered speech, 7 of Swords, things aren't going to change. If you're just going to stay in the comfort zone, then it's just going to be status quo, melancholy, same as every other day. So really, that is your decision, and that does come back to you. What do you want? What's more important to you? And that's what I mean. 5-minute little changes every day. So it's not about making a huge big step. It's just little steps, little things that you can do just to shake the day up just a little bit, but staying a little bit inside of your comfort zone as well. The Hierophant talks about traditional values. It can talk about authority. It can talk a little bit about indoctrination or traditional values here as well. It says, do you need professional guidance? Maybe you need to seek some professional guidance here to help you through whatever situation this is. If you feel stuck, if you feel you're making a big decision, like a big life major decision, especially if it involves money or security in some way, maybe you do need to get some kind of professional guidance moving forward, not tarot readers. While it's fun to look at this stuff, sometimes when we're making big decisions, it's good to seek professional advice with those things. Page of Cups is sensitive, emotional immaturity. But it says, do you need to learn boundary setting? Okay, this is Pisces energy here in this water sign, Cups energy, water. So water, going with the flow. It's moving beyond boundaries because it's sitting on top of the material one, the comfort zone, and having to move beyond boundaries. So your boundaries of your comfort zone and stepping out in a gentle way, because Pisces energy is very gentle. Could be creative energy here as well, because they're very artistic and creative energy coming through. Taurus and Pisces energy there. So there could be maybe just a little bit of bringing some art or some flower arranging, cake decorating, dancing, some kind of creative venture into your life every day. And you can, whether that means out in the community or whether that means just you in your comfort zone, it just means you need to bring in that kind of energy around you. Just having a little scan, see if there's something that I'm not seeing here. Okay, I am picking up out of the Page of Cups, even though it's not the general meaning of Page of Cups. I am feeling about head above water. So like this card image is somebody that's kind of in water. They're not meant to be drowning in water, but water is an emotional energy. So sometimes it's about just keeping your emotions in check or being overwhelmed by certain things. And when you've got decisions or big changes coming, that can be overwhelming. So I'm just picking up a level of emotional energy attached to a decision that you're making. Security can be around either your comfort zone, or it can be money, like a job, the way you make money. And you're trying to hang on to something. So defensive can be trying to hang on to your something in your life, but you have to be honest with yourself here. If it's something you're bored with or that has restrictions in some way, then maybe you're thinking, maybe you're needing to let go here. I'm not seeing release, but I'm seeing decision around you. And the defensive card is saying, be honest with yourself about the situation. Do you need a shake-up? do you need some changes? And don't forget, Uranus did go into Gemini, and that's the air sign there as well. So it is shaking up things in the way we think, the way we communicate, the way we speak. So I'm feeling that Seven of Swords is really important here, to really be honest with yourself. What needs shake up, change, disruption in your life? Thank you, Group 1. I hope you got something out of that. Don't forget to check out the other 2 groups. Welcome, Group 2. Group 2, you've got very, very clear energy on the table, what's going on around you. Okay, so first of all, I don't know where to start. There's a lot going on here, but they're very much connections crisscrossing all over the place here. So suppressing your energy, dimming your light. Definitely the biggest thing that I'm going to say to you is you can't be small anymore. Stop dimming your light. You need to amplify your energy, because it's sitting on the 2 diagonals, first card, last card. First card is suppression. It's asking, are you dimming your light for the sake of other people? Finishing with the last card being the amplification energy rising or leveling up. So it's going to be like you're going to get noticed, or you're not going to be able to hide your energy anymore. Or if you're purposely staying small for the sake of other people's opinions or feelings or space, then this is saying just go for it. This energy is you expanding, it's you leveling up in a very big way. So I also see here the solitude. So now solitude is sitting on top of suppression. So solitude is very hermit energy. The hermit goes within, it works on the inner being, does the inner work, the shadow work, the soul journey, the inward step. So, but then it's about suppressing your flame. Now you feel it burning inside of you. You feel this energy stirring, and you feel there's something coming. There's energy of anticipation around you. It's exciting energy. It feels like something's bursting. Now I don't know, and fingertips are going for me. So that is when my creative energy. When I do art, it's when I get fingertip energy. That's where my sparks come, but I'm feeling sparks. So for you, it's creative energy. It's this burst of huge creative energy coming in around you. And you create in many different ways. Creativity, it can be as simple as children. That's in the creative 5th house as well. It can be dance, it can be singing, it can be art, music, cake decorating. There's so many ways to express yourself. Expression too is another way to do that. Expressive energy I'm getting around you, but it's not about staying quiet, staying silent, staying small. This is big energy, and you're not going to be able to contain that energy anymore. So it's about finding an outlet for that energy. So an outlet can be, as I said, something very creative, something very practical even. It can be something where you're building something. So you're using this huge energy that's coming in, and you're pushing it into something, and you're going to form something out of it and create something. And that can be not just creative projects, not just art. This can be really physical things. You can use this energy to say, okay, I'm going to get motivated, I'm going to set up a new business, or I'm going to get motivated, I'm going to decide what place I want to live in, and I'm going to make that happen. So it's a very energy wise, you're going to harness that energy, and then you're going to use that to get what you want, to create your life. And that's a creative expression of this energy as well. You create your life that you want, and it bubbles up, and the energy is getting so big, you're emerging, you're coming out of this cocoon, this energy of staying small. You're in your space, you're in your zone, you're not really putting yourself out there, you're not showing your light, you're maybe in the spiritual closet, but then you're emerging, you're coming out, and you're saying it's okay to be me, it's okay to be who I really am, it's okay to be, even if I'm different to everybody else, it's okay, I'll find my tribe, I'll find the people that are like me. But I do see a little bit of a tower moment around you. Now that tower moment can be simply as, okay, well, because you were living small, or you were stuck in a job or a situation that kept you small, there's a little bit of a tower energy that takes place that allows you then to emerge. So the tower energy also says that things collapse. I think I'm pretty sure in this card here, it's about things, it's about releasing, or things happening, so then you can open new doors and make new fresh starts, because then collapse is sitting next to emergence. So it's the way for you to break out. to break out, liberate yourself from your situation, from your boredom, from your, and it's not even boredom for you. It's more like staying in this bubble, staying in this small energy. And it's like, okay, well, that situation that has kept me small, kept me down, hasn't let me do the things I want to do, I'm getting this big surge of energy inside that says, yeah, I know something's changing. I know I'm meant to do something. I know that there's changes coming up around me. You feel it because I can feel it. And it's like, okay, well, the tower moment comes in, and it's almost self-imposed. It's not really, sometimes if you ignore the energy, the tower moment does come in and say, okay, well, I'm going to make the change for you. I'm going to shake things up in the workforce, or I'm going to make you make the decision. I'm going to make you emerge and step out, come out of your comfort zone. Now, it could even be as simple as promotions for some people too. Doesn't mean job endings, tower moment, but it's the end of being small. It's the end of not showing your skills, because you're going to be recognized, and that will then push you into another level. You're moving up a level, so that can be promotions as well. You're emerging, you're being seen by the world, you're being noticed, other people are noticing you, but your energy is definitely amplifying. There is a little bit of a block there sitting on top of collapse. So where you've felt blockages, there's endings coming to that. They're dissolving. That's energy's dissolving. And we've got that amplification of Uranus energy, because that's electricity. Uranus represents electricity, and we've got the surge bringer. That's very much Uranus just entering into Gemini. So if you know your birth chart, whatever Gemini house is for you, that may give you a little bit of an indication as to what area of your life that big shake up or level up energy is coming. So if it's in your 10th house, as Gemini is your 10th house, then you that's your career. If it's your 7th house, it's your relationships. If it's your 4th house, it's your home and family. So depending on what area, health is your 6th house. So depending on where that Gemini energy is sitting, that will give you a little clue, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be in general something that's coming to shake up and electrify, a big sudden change, big movement, big voltage, big energy around you, that's going to allow you to burst through the blockages that have kept you anchored or kept you small. Group 2, and clarity, of course, I just popped that one at the end. I pulled it off the top of the deck, just so we could have 7 cards, and it's just about really having clear vision, clear sight, knowing, finally just thinking, okay, well, I see the truth clearly. I see what's going on around me. I see my purpose, my desire, my drive. I see my focus clearly. And then that helps you then to use that energy into the direction that's going to propel you forward. Group 2, beautiful energy around you. Hope that resonated with you. Don't forget to check out group 1 and 3. Welcome back, group 3. This is the Uranus deck. This is my little new play deck. I'm excited to tap into this energy. So this is new for me. I'm still learning all of the energy of the cards here. I have them from when I've created them, but it's just bringing them all together. Powerful energy here, group 3. I have to say past life energy. I'm feeling like either you're remembering past life energy or there's dreams. Pay attention to dreams, because you may be getting some kind of clues about past life energy. Now, it might be also something coming up around past life energy. I don't know if that's, and I'm hearing liminal spaces, maybe. Lives between lives. So I don't know if you're getting more involved in past life information, reincarnation, but this is a very deep energy here. But I'm getting life between life is what I'm actually focusing on and hearing here. Memory. Now, I know we don't have, not all of us are lucky enough to have memories of that life between life. One of my closest friends is. She remembers choosing her life. She remembers coming down. She remembers being a baby and having the guide around her telling her while she was trying to speak something, she had to learn to use those muscles. So some people do have memories, but I'm hearing fragments as well. So maybe you've got fragments that you're piecing together. Now, maybe at this time I'm getting like little fragments of remembrance or things coming up from past lives. Now, it's almost like I'm getting a crisscrossy overlap energy here. So it's like, I don't know if that's deja vu, but it's like a crisscrossy energy where you've kind of almost done that before, and it's like something that has a bit of a remembrance feeling to you. So it's like just a spark of remembrance comes in. Now, I don't know if that is to do with life between life, or if that is a past life that's somehow connected to this life, or something that you mastered or skillful in a past life that helps you in this life. But there's some kind of memory here around past life energy. Now, on a physical, which we're not doing physical in group 3, but physical, this would be issues with mental activity, brain fog, and memory, if we were talking physical. But we're not. We're talking full-on woo-woo topics for group 3 today. Heart current coherence. Now, that is when you it's the electric vehicle that we are. So powering energy through the electricity, voltage, current. This Uranus is all about voltage and current. This whole deck is. So it's about the energy in your heart when you get the palpitations, or that heat up, or faster heartbeat, and then your body heats up. So it's the physical aspects of what's happening to you on a voltage level or a spiritual current level. And it's not even the spiritual realm. It's more like the way the physical body works, but in a more electric kind of way, not a carbon way. Not sure if I made that clear enough. But coherence is about the making, putting the love energy in your heart. So really filling your heart with gratitude, love, bliss, joy, and that really sparks the energy in your heart. You could then may feel that then as your body heating up, or you may feel it as heart palpitations, but it's really about really just focusing on expanding your heart, love energy, bliss, raising the vibration, and that's exactly what we're doing. So it's bringing in voltage of energy through the heart, and it's expanding it into a positive way, which then amplifies your energy, and then you've got more power, you've got more energy. So if you're feeling flat, it's a way to pump up your energy. It's a way to expand on your spiritual and physical energy through electricity, through your heart feelings, energy, coherence. Okay, we have the resurrection number 22. 22 is the resurrected version. It's reinvention. Now, it's kind of bringing vibes of, that is definitely, I think in this deck, this is my reincarnation card. So it is a reinvention of yourself. So your soul level journey, we're talking soul level. We see soul memory, and we're talking soul level. So we're talking about your life between lives, and choosing why you came into this life. Now, I want to say here that there's a lot of people that feel like they're not coming back to this life. They're not, and I sometimes say the same thing. I feel like I just there's so much nastiness in this world. Why on earth would somebody that's trying to raise their vibration be around such evilness in the world? So. And that is polarity. That's to do with the laws of the universe and polarity and all those kind of things. But that's not where I'm going with this energy. Where I am going is that you chose this life, and you chose this life for a reason. So, and maybe it was hard to get into the position that you're in. Maybe it was something to be celebrated. Maybe it's about feeling joy and luck and gratitude that you get this life, that maybe you're not having another one. Maybe you're not coming back to Earth. So why wouldn't you be grateful for the opportunity that Earth offers? And I'm just feeling that gratitude around that energy. Now, also, on a practical note, which we're not doing practical today on group 3, but that reinvention, resurrection is about reinventing yourself. So it's about big changes, making sudden changes in your appearance, sudden changes in the job you do, reinventing yourself. But I definitely feel it's more connected to focusing on love, gratitude through the heart for the existence that you have in this life. So you are lucky to get this life. You are lucky to be selected to have this opportunity. I feel hesitancy as I'm saying that. but there is an element of that there. So it's about, okay, so even if you were lucky enough to escape and the matrix and able to move into other dimensions or return home or back to source, then maybe you'll miss the experience of Earth. So maybe you'll miss the smell of flowers or the taste of fruits. And it's about focusing on why you chose this energy. It's funny I say that because it's sitting on top of growth. So, and that's back to plant, back to nature energy there. But it's also, I'm seeing escaping as well. So we're busy trying to find a way out of this matrix or back to source. But we forget that we chose to be here, and we chose to be here for a reason. So, and maybe there's something simplicity in, because I'm feeling really earth energy, simplicity in discovering or gratitude for the reason you chose this life and finding the joy in that way. And maybe that will just turn things around for you. I see challenge here, challenge conformity, rejecting control. That's pretty powerful. And why is that powerful? Because we're talking about the soul's journey. We're talking about all the times we've reincarnated over and over again, questioning the reason we're doing that, questioning the level of control over, is it a choice or are we forced? Do we get to choose this life, or do we just get forced back in? Like, even though we may choose this life, are we forced back into the reincarnation cycle? So there's this challenging conformity or wanting to reject control. There's this balancing of this energy. So it's enjoying the moments that you're in this physical life, because if you do manage to escape, because we've got the escape card on the table for you, then you may just miss some of the things that Earth has to offer. But I'm definitely seeing rejecting the control, trying to get out of the control system, the control limitations, because we have escaping limitations as well. So limitations being forced to redo the same thing over and over again, redo life after life. Now, it's something to do with the liminal space. It's something to do with the life between life. It's once you pass, and either what happens, and I don't know what happens because I don't remember. I've had plenty of reincarnation dreams of past lives, but I don't really know what goes on in between the past lives. But there's a key there. There's something to do with choices we make inside of that in-between space, and trying to reject control in that space, escaping the limitations within that moment. Okay, we also have advanced technology. Maybe it's questioning the connection to AI, the control of AI. Now, I don't know if physically that would be, and remember we're not talking physical, but physically that would be how much control AI will eventually have over everything we do. So, and control, I mean control data centers and real control that's going to be, but I don't want to get too far into that kind of thing. But I am feeling, what if the whole system is AI? Because we've got you challenging conformity or rejecting control to do with the reincarnation cycle, the soul journey, but somehow connecting it to AI. Maybe the whole thing is artificial, because that's what AI stands for. Maybe it's an artificial matrix, and you're trying to expand your energy, rise up, level up back to the heart coherence in order to escape the frequency of the control system or the false narrative, the false matrix. Interesting. You probably already know this stuff, because if this is you, group 3, and you're looking at this, then you probably already know these things. But visionary mind is saying expanding your thoughts. So maybe you're starting to step deeper into that energy and discover and learn more about these kind of topics, the space between lives, what the whole system is, the AI connection, rejecting control, escaping limitation during that resurrection, that reincarnation in between. And it's about your also remembering why too. So not just having the glimpses of why you chose this life, but remembering what it is, what this life is on a deeper level, more profound level, because we've got visionary mind. So that is about expanding your thought and being more profound in the way you're thinking about the whole situation. It goes far beyond anything we've been taught, far beyond or way more advanced information or knowledge than, because we're looking at the diagonals now from first card and last card. It goes way beyond anything we've been taught, or the advanced system. The way the whole system works is so far advanced that it's about, you will really have to expand your thinking, thought processes beyond what we've been indoctrinated to believe, to really get a better understanding of what's really going on around us, soul level. Thank you for joining me, Group 3.